Hello and welcome back to our online teacher induction class. This will be the 10th and final video of our short series on teacher induction. I hope that you'll be able to use some of the tools and tidbits that we've visited about during the 10 videos to help you be a more effective teacher. Today's video is a little bit shorter than some of the other videos, but it's important nonetheless. I want to touch a little bit on professional development and time management, and those are really general terms and maybe not even specific enough for what I really want to talk about today. As a new teacher, you'll be exposed to a lot of new ideas and perhaps some building initiatives for professional development. One of the dangers of being a new teacher, one of the dangers for all teachers, for that matter, is getting into a situation in professional development where you get exposed to some teaching techniques, some teaching tools, some instructional programs, and before you know it, you have this wide array of instructional skills and techniques that you are exposed to. And just like teaching a curriculum to your class, you continue to give more and more and more information, and pretty soon the strength of knowledge is a mile wide and an inch deep, as they say. And so what that usually leads to is poor retention and poor implementation, as in the case of a teacher, poor implementation of skills. And so as you go into a school year, you want to think about the ability to do a few things great, do some things very, very well, rather than doing a lot of things poorly or a lot of things just okay. So think about that as you start the new school year. You know, as a teacher, again, for any length of time, as a teacher, you're going to be exposed to all the newest topics. Co-teaching, differentiation, Marzano's 9, multiple intelligences, literacy first, Kagan's cooperative learning, Johnson's cooperative learning. The list can go on and on and on, and before you know it, you know a little bit about a lot of things, but how many of those things can you really do well? How many of those things can you really implement with your students in a way that you command all the skills necessary to use them well, and the students understand what you're trying to accomplish with those skills? So it's very important to think about that topic. So I want to encourage the teacher to look at this big toolbox that you're given, and your principal, your curriculum director, your assistant superintendent, your superintendent, your co-teacher, your department head, your professional learning community chair, whatever, whoever these people are, they're always constantly trying to give you new ideas and new tools, which is critical to growth of a teacher. You are given this list of things that you need to make a decision about. What can I use effectively in my classroom? What tool will benefit my students the most? What tool will lead to greater student achievement for my students? And as you do those things, I would encourage you to make that list of things narrower rather than broader. And then once you're very, very good at implementing a skill or using that skill in class, then start to add items to your toolbox. Now, as you start to sort through teaching techniques, instructional strategies, skills, programs, all of those decisions are not yours. One of the problems that you have would be that you have these 3 or 4 things that you think you're great at and you need to do or you'd like to do in your class. But the principal, your professional learning community, has agreed to use the following instructional strategies. Well, in a teacher induction program, we would be doing any teacher an injustice to say, make sure that you make that decision and do the things that you're the best at and you're the most comfortable with. You have to implement the strategies that the professional learning community has agreed to use with a group of students, that the principal has agreed with the faculty to use with a group of students. So make sure you don't push those things aside. Make sure that those building initiatives are included in your in your list of things that you're going to be great at. Because at the end of the day, if you are great at a few things, but they aren't the things that the principal wants you to be great at, you might be participating in a teacher induction program at another school or another building during the following year. So those are very important things to think about. And I think that's something that every teacher needs to accept as a professional responsibility. If I teach in this building, I'm a part of this building team. This is my team. This is my school. It's my responsibility for me to be all there during faculty meetings, to be all there during professional learning communities, to be all in with what the building wants to accomplish, and to play my role and do my part. So just something to think about as we end our discussions on teacher induction. So I want to congratulate you on earning that most coveted title, teacher. Well, I hope you have a great school year. Hope you're well on your way to a great start of school year checklist, and that you start to iron out and reflect on the things that you need to do to have a successful year. Best of luck.